Okay, today's adventure is going to take us to the top of Barlow Ridge, if we make it. We had to come over to the White River Canyon parking area because the Barlow Butte trailhead is currently closed, or well, it's just not plowed out, because we've gotten a lot of snow in the last couple days, and it is currently 7 degrees Fahrenheit out here. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's 7 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's really cold. The snow is very styrofoamy, and so we'll see if I actually activate when I get to the top, because I may just be like too whiny about having to sit in the cold snow. But we're gonna find out. So hopefully I actually managed to activate the summit. I will see you at the top. It was less than ideal that we had to park at the White River Snow Park because it did add about a half mile or so of distance to the overall trip, and it meant we had to ski tour along Highway 35 for about a mile and a half, which did get a little bit tiring, although, like I said, it really wasn't that much farther than having started at Barlow Pass Snow Park. If you add up the return trip, it probably ends up being around an extra mile of skiing, but it's, you know, skiing along the highway is unpleasant. Anyhow, not too many people out here are here for Barlow Ridge. They're usually here to go to Barlow Butte in the winter time, or maybe the Pacific Crest Trail. There's also like Mud Ridge. There's some other stuff over here that's a lot easier to access than Barlow Ridge. And that's kind of a shame because there's a lot of really interesting terrain in here, activation zone notwithstanding. This is, however, by no means an easy winter approach. If this is your first time skiing or snowshoeing to a summit in the wintertime, try Tom, Dick, and Harry or Frog Lake Butte instead. The woods get pretty tight in here in places, and route finding does require some experience and skill, so don't push your luck. There are easier winter summits.
Whiskey Bravo 6, Papa Oscar Tango.
I got Whiskey Bravo 6, Papa Oscar Tango, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, Whiskey Bravo 6, Papa Oscar Tango.
All right, got you 5-9 up here onto Barlow Ridge.
All right, QSL to 5-9, I bet you 57 Northern California. Thank you for the activation. Have fun today.
Copy the 57 North California. Thank you for the chase, and 7-3.
7-3.
November 7, Papa Mike Bravo.
I got November 7, Papa Mike Bravo, QSL.
Roger.
Got you 5-9 on Barlow Ridge.
Yeah, I've got you pretty close to a 5-9 here in Beaverton too. So how was the trip up there?
I'm definitely glad I'm here with a group because I wouldn't have wanted to do this alone. It's pretty soft snow and a lot of hummocks, and it started out being 7 degrees when we were at the bottom.
That's cold. Okay, well, have fun up there and be safe. 7-3.
All right, thanks a lot, Phil, and 7-3. Kilo, Delta 7, Quebec, Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda. Summit to summit, go ahead. Kilo 7, Kilo Mike X-Ray, QSL.
Roger, I'm 7 Oscar, Sierra Charlie 176.
I got Whiskey 7 Oscar, Sierra Charlie 176, QSL.
Roger, and I have you as 5959.
Copy the 5-9, I have you as 5454.
Roger, thanks for the summit to summit.
Absolutely, and thank you, and 7-3.
7-3.
Whiskey 7, Sierra Echo, Quebec.
Whiskey 7, Sierra Echo, Quebec, QSL.
QSL.
I've got you 20 over 5-9.
Well, that sounds pretty good. You're also coming in 5-9 here in Washington.
All right, copy the 5-9 in Washington. It looks like you're up there in Squim.
That's where I'm at.
All right, not bad propagation. Thanks for the chase in 7-3.
7-3.
Kilo, Delta 7, Quebec, Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda.
Bravo 7, Uniform Lima Delta.
Whiskey Bravo 7, Uniform Lima Delta, QSL. All right, I have you as about a 5-1, 51, QSL.
QSL, you're 5-3 in Utah today. Good luck.
Copy the 5-3 into Utah, thanks, and 7-3.
7-3.
Kilo, Delta 7, Quebec, Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda.
Whiskey 7 Delta.
Whiskey 7 Delta, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, Joseph, you are 5-3 near Redmond.
Copy the 5-3 in Redmond. I've got you 5-9 in Northern Oregon, QSL.
Okay, QSL, yeah, it's Redmond, Washington, by the way, not Oregon. 7-3, have fun, and we'll catch you again, WW7D.
All right, thanks to 7-3. QRZ.
Kilo
Whiskey 7, Delta Whiskey Mike.
Kilo Whiskey 7, Delta Whiskey Mike, QSL.
Roger, Roger. You are a 5-7 in north central Idaho, over.
Copy the 5-7 over in Idaho, and I've got you 5-9 in on Barlow Ridge, over.
Copy that. Thank you much. Good luck.
Thanks to 7-3, QRZ. Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda. Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda. Last call on 40 meters, Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda. Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey Clear. CQ Soda, Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda.
Kilo 7 Alpha Tango November.
Kilo 7 Alpha Tango November, QSL.
Yep, that's me. You're a nice steady 5-7 here.
All right, got you copy the 5-7. I got you a full quieting 5-9 up here.
Little bit of snow.
I'd say yeah. There's quite a bit, probably about 5-6 feet up here, and it's nice and soft.
So a little bit of post holing.
If you're not wearing your skis, oh whoa! I just noticed there's a great view of Mount Hood I'm looking at here. Yeah, no, we're on backcountry skis up here.
Oh, super. Hey, well, you guys have a great time. I'm glad you're up there safely, and have a great view to boot. Have a good time. Stay 7-8 here.
All right, thanks in 7-3. QRZ. Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey, CQ Soda.
Kilo Delta 7, Quebec Oscar Whiskey. This is November Echo 7, Echo Tango.
November Echo 7, Echo Tango, QSL.
QSL, you're coming in about a 3-3 over in Cornelius.
Copy the 3-3. I have you as a 4-1, 41, 41.
QSL to 4-1. Thanks a lot for activating today, 73.
Thanks in 7-3. All right, that's a wrap. I activated on 2 meters and 40 meters, and that's all you get because I'm cold, and that's how these activations work. But that's all right. Got my end-fed half-wave antenna tied off to my pack here, and it follows along there. The nice thing is I didn't need a third guy line because I could just shove the mast in the snow. But this is very soft snow. It's difficult to move around up here. Also, I'm with 3 other friends who have been very patiently waiting for me. There's that beautiful view of Mount Hood right there. There's Frog Lake Buttes across. Wow. Okay. Definitely take time to appreciate the view when you're activating a summit, because I did not do that. Look at that. That's amazing. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the ski trip down because there's some pretty awesome glades in front of us, and we're super stoked about it. So otherwise, with that, I didn't even count how many QSOs I got, but I only did 40 meters and 2 meters. But you know what? That's okay. The summit is activated. It is qualified. I made 9 QSOs overall, so not too bad, really. The 10-meter challenge is on this year, so I did attempt to activate on 10 meters, but I just wasn't getting out, and I didn't want to keep my very patient friends waiting, so I decided I was more than happy with the regional contacts I picked up on 40 meters and 2 meters, and I packed up. The purpose, after all, is to enjoy the skiing, not just hunch over the radio until the sun sets. It does help to try to keep things in perspective. One of the benefits of skiing this far in, even though it turns into a 7.5-mile round trip, is that there is easily some of the best glade skiing I have ever experienced at this elevation in this area. It's definitely worth a visit if you're a skier. Speaking of that, though, the radio and additional equipment did add a lot of weight to my pack, and I noticed that weight on the way up and especially on the way down. I was definitely hindered by this giant heavy lump on my back while my ski companions were just merrily hopping their way through the trees and down the mountain. Even worse than that, they still had energy for a second lap where I had to return to the car all by my lonesome because I was already pooped from all the weight I'd been carrying the whole day. And let me tell you, that return trip along the highway was awful. Nothing feels longer than being on foot next to a road. Extra weight on your back just feels that much worse when you're also wearing heavy skis and boots on your feet. For backcountry skiing, it is more important than anywhere else to minimize excess weight as much as possible. I could have left my extra battery, guy lines, and the second HT I had running APRS off a mobile link back in the car and saved a pound or two. Another good strategy is to come up here after the snow has settled a little bit. The skiing won't be through epic knee-deep powder like we experienced, but the climbing will certainly go a lot easier on you if there's a firmer snowpack. That is even more true if you're snowshoeing. Don't rush out here until the snowpack has been through a few freeze-thaw cycles if you're inexperienced or you're just looking to save some energy. Overall, though, I'm glad I came out and activated this, and I'd definitely do it again, preferably when the Barlow Pass Snowpark is actually accessible. Now, get out there and go play with your radio.